haven't been on YouTube in so long. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Lily. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for being so patient with me. I figured I would start it out with an apology because I've been absent from YouTube for about a year now, and it's just because 2024 was literally just like so crazy. It was very high and then very low, and I'm still kind of digging myself out of that low period that I had at the end of the year. So it has been a journey. A lot of my previous content was pretty much lifestyle stuff, health, wellness, beauty things, kind of videos like this where I can just talk to you and just have a community in a little corner of the internet for ourselves. So that's pretty much going to be the same shindig, except things are going to be happening this year. I totally feel like there's going to be a big shift in my life this year, and I want to just document it all, honestly, and bring you along in my journey. Sheesh. I really want to continue doing wellness videos, kind of include maybe some workout videos here and there if I ever start working out again, but I don't know. Hopefully some travel content because I do want to keep those plans in my future, and just daily life things, home stuff, career stuff, relationship stuff, and just like trying to get through it stuff, because that's pretty much what everyone's been doing this past year, just trying to get through it and trying to make it out alive. So I'm in a new apartment from the apartment that I had posted in my previous videos. I've been here for almost a year and a half now. In July it'll make 2, but I do think that I will be moving out of this apartment soon. As much as I like my little space, it's a cute little studio, kitchen, I have like a living area, and then behind me is my sleep area. It is a really nice studio. I love it. It's very private. It's a good location. It's quiet, and yeah, I mean, I would love to keep it, ideally. I think as the days go on, I am kind of forced to release it, because I don't think that it is serving me in the ways that it should be anymore. It's been a good run, but I think that the energy here kind of has shifted from when I first got it. So I think maybe it's time to let it go and see where life takes me. Just a little backstory as to why the end of the year was kind of so iffy, kind of weird. I turned 26, which is kind of crazy. I'm gonna be 27 this year, which is such a big girl age, and it is, I guess, challenging, but also I know that it's supposed to be challenging because it's definitely pushing me in the right direction. My life shifted from having kind of like a stable set schedule to kind of a sporadic free-for-all schedule, which has definitely played a part with how crazy everything was. For about the last 2 years, I was working at a restaurant, which was kind of like my stable job. I met a lot of the people that I know in LA because of it, but in September, the restaurant closed down. So after then, I just haven't really gone back to like a, I guess, regular 9-to-5 job. I've just been doing social media, which ideally is like everything that I want to do, but it is so challenging because it is so inconsistent, and some months you have really good months and some months you don't have really good months, and I'm just trying to play catch up with my whole life ever since then. So I am exactly where I want to be, which is weird because I have not said that out loud, or haven't thought that rather, but I am exactly where I want to be. I want to be doing social media full time, but I want my bank account to match that. So it's been a little wild. Yeah, it's been a little wild, but somehow we're still here. So that means that somehow it is still working in my favor if we are still progressing. Like time doesn't really stop for anyone, and I'm not stressing it too much, but I am putting like an emphasis on kind of getting it a little bit more clean and wrapped up, and just put a nice little bow on it, just so that my mind is at peace. So that's why we're back on YouTube, baby. I have a few goals that I want to tackle this year. One of them, I'm gonna include moving in there because I kind of want like a bigger apartment, maybe a brighter apartment. This one is cute, but I don't know. I kind of went for like a different vibe from my old apartment, which was very minimal, very clean, very beige. This one's a little bit more colorful. I have lots of plants. It's cute. I like it. It kind of represented what my mind was going through at the time. I kind of want like a big girl apartment, you know what I mean? Somewhere where I can stay for a few years. I mean, I'm going on 2 on this one, and every year since I've moved to LA, which was 4 years ago, I've moved every single year. So last year was the only year that I did not move. Woo! But I think this year is going to be a year where my living situation is going to be changing. I definitely want to get a car. Luckily, I don't know how, but the universe has always provided me with a car. I have not had my first car yet, but ever since last summer, I have been so blessed and so grateful all the time, obviously, but so blessed to have had a vehicle where I got to where I need to go when I need to go. For that, I'm grateful for. But I definitely do want like my own car or something to call mine. I grew up in New York, so I never really needed to have a car. There was always buses, trains, taxis that were super cheap before Uber and Lyft came around. So I've been in like an area where everything is pretty walkable either way. So I'm ready for a car. You hear that? I'm ready for a car. We got a lot of things going on in this apartment. I feel like this year is like a year to purge, I think. I definitely purged a lot last year. I think that this year is like my full on purge year so that all of that newness can come in. With that being said, I am going to be cleaning today. I got rid of a lot of stuff before the year ended, so it's not like it's going to be a crazy toss out, but I definitely need to reorganize and just recategorize and just get rid of like really old stuff. I really wanted to start this new year in a way that I haven't started other years, so I made it like a point to create my vision board, which I did on Pinterest. Super easy. I thought I was gonna have to like do it on Canva, but Pinterest has like this collage mode where you can pretty much grab little bits and pieces from different photos and just make it into a big collage. I ended up also making it my background so that whenever I pick up my phone or I'm opening my phone, I am looking at it and I'm just constantly reminded of where I want to be and what my goals are for the year. The next thing that I did was create my budget plan. This one was a little bit embarrassing because I kind of know in my mind where I stand with my finances, but when you put it down like on a sheet and when you put it down like on paper, it's like real, kind of. So you see where all your dollars are going, you see, you know, your bills, you see your income. I mean, for me, financially, I'm definitely not where I want to be. It could be going way better, trust me. How it made me feel, I think, was just kind of more motivated to get out there and get to doing things and really like doubling my income for this year, please. I also bought my planner. I love physical planners. I was going to do like a digital one, but I think that definitely a physical planner really helps me because it feels tangible. And I got myself a new book, which is this budgeting book. Pretty cool so far. I'm trying to read a chapter a day. Oh, yes, 75 hard. I'm not doing it. I'm doing 75 medium, which is a little bit, you know, less strict than what 75 hard is. If you don't know what 75 hard is, look it up. There's a bunch of content about it. I might make like a separate little video on it because I'm doing medium, but I'm being very lenient with myself. A lot of the time why I don't do challenges like that, it's because it's so strict and sometimes like your schedule can change. It just causes me more stress and I don't really need that right now. You know, I just feel ready for what the year has to bring pretty much. I had to take a quick trip to TJ's to buy some things for a new diet that I'm following. It's paleo diet, but it's not a strict paleo diet, but I am following it as much as I can. It's very hard because a lot of the ingredients in foods that you didn't think would have those ingredients have them. Yeah, it's been a challenge. So we'll see where we go. Fruits, veggies, mostly. I also got some meats. That's pretty much the only thing you can eat on paleo. So yeah, I feel like I didn't really follow a strict eating kind of plan for the rest of the year and for the rest of last year, sorry. And it really did fuck with my mental because the beginning of the year I was super strict. You know, well, that's when everything was like going good. Super strict with what I was putting in my body. Made meals that I wanted, ate what I wanted kind of as well. Didn't really restrict myself, but I was kind of, you know, working out, doing Pilates, and hiking and, you know, just being a lot more active. End of the year, not so much. I mean, holidays were holidays and food was food and, you know, I'm not gonna hold myself like to, you know? But yeah, I definitely think that it has to change because I am at a point again where I was happy with my body, then I was like meh with my body, and then I was not happy with my body. Right now I'm like eh, but I definitely do want to at least, you know, get a six-pack. At least that's gonna be a journey in its own, and there's just a lot of things that you start to think about when you are almost close to 30, because it's like job, food, relationships, friends, going out, savings, and car, and you know, it's a lot. So I hope that this little space can be a little getaway for you to kind of come back to and maybe watch me go through those things so that you don't have to. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm not really. Today I kind of want to do like a little cleanse. I already had my ginger shot for the morning, and I had my goat kefir. So it's helping my microbiomes. I definitely used the bathroom already because that shit works real quick. I'll probably make like a mushroom coffee in a little bit, and then like a smoothie later on, but no big plans for the nighttime yet. So I don't want to put too much in my body. I don't really feel my best right now, or today rather. I did have a lot of food yesterday. It was healthy though, so whatever. I definitely want to do a spa day today. That's also something that's like on my non-negotiables. For each and every week I must have one personal spa day, usually Sundays, but yesterday my schedule like switched up, so I have to do it today, and it's Monday. So I loved when I was actually working at the restaurant having Mondays off. Mondays were like my Fridays. I absolutely loved it because while everyone's going this way, I'm going this way, and it was like the best thing ever. Yeah, I have to clean now. My mess is crazy, girl. I'm gonna eat a quick snack. I definitely want to make some coffee because I'm gonna need all the fuel I can get for this. Let me show you my favorite coffee. It is the Rise mushroom coffee. I've honestly been living on this for a while. I do have regular coffee sometimes, but at home this is definitely my choice. And they are super nice because they sent me an extra one, and they also sent me their hot cocoa, which is like their kind of sleep concoction. It's actually very, very, very good. I can't remember if I have a discount code, but I'll ask for it, and if I do get one, I'll put it down below, so go ahead and check if I have one. I also have to get out of the habit of looking over here and looking over here, you know. Bear with me, babes. As a snack, I'm gonna have some plantain chips. And although plantain chips are paleo, these are not, because they actually have sunflower oil. So it is very tricky to kind of eat things. That's my pass, you know, like it's a little bit okay. All right, so technically I'm not supposed to have corn. So I got these vegetable root chips, sweet potato, cassava, and taro. These are also not paleo because of the sunflower oil. If it were like olive oil or something, sure, totally, but healthier than regular potato chips. Frother is not giving. There we go. Oh gosh. How long do you think I should froth for? I mean, it doesn't have any milk, so I don't think it's gonna get too crazy, but as I cleaned and decluttered, I am reminded how much our environment affects our mindset. When our space feels messy or chaotic, it can add stress and overwhelm in our daily lives without us even realizing it. Decluttering is more than just tidying up. It's about creating a space that feels calm, organized, and inviting. So I'm not just organizing physical things, but I'm also giving myself the mental clarity I need to focus on my goals for the new year ahead. Sometimes our closets or workspaces can become dumping grounds for things we don't know what to do with. I'm taking the time to really sort through things because I feel like my space was contributing to feeling mentally disorganized as well. With everything in its place, it's way easier to find focus and feel a sense of order in day-to-day life. Plus, now I feel like I can breathe easier and regain my sense of control. I'm taking a little break because I've been at it for about an hour now, and I just need to sit down and relax. But I wanted to kind of look back at my productivity journal and see what has changed. I'm not like the type to look back at my journals. Like I'll write something and I just won't look back to it. I just write it and kind of let it go. This was my last like scheduled journal entry for last year, and I have not picked up this book since then. Let's not talk about it, but I'm gonna show you what I wrote. Okay, so this was March of 2024. This little entry here is kind of refreshing to hear this year, and especially right now. It has little quotes on the top, if you can see. This quote says, "Life has no limitations except the one that you make," and I think that's so relevant right now. It's okay to shoot beyond your limits, just as it's okay to land short of them. Set yourself up higher always. This teaches you how to deal with failure much more often. However, will build up your resilience on your own account rather than on those of others. So when you encounter failure outside of you, you'll handle it with ease. I cannot remember what state I was when I was writing this, but I mean, that was March. Still pretty much applies, and it's really good to kind of hear that just from my past self, because that's exactly how I feel right now. I also wanted to touch upon this little method here that's in the book. It is called the focus time method. I need to reapply this because when I was doing it, it was the best thing ever. My task for today was cleaning my apartment and then set a timer for 30 minutes. It's basically saying to work for 30 minutes and then take a 5-minute break. And you can only focus on one task at a time, not multiple tasks. So since my task is cleaning today, it is pretty all over the place, but it is one general focused task. And the reason that I feel like this works so good is because I like to focus on like multiple things at once. I am such a multitasker at heart. As someone who either hyper focuses on something or just has their focus pretty much everywhere all at once, this method was working really good for me when I first kind of started to take care of myself again. So I definitely think I'm going to re-implement this into my routines when I need to get something done. So this has been one of my most put aside things in the last few months. And it's probably one of the reasons why, well, it's actually the reason why I cannot get my work done efficiently, because this is what my desk looks like in between it: makeup, computer area, hair stuff, trash, playmaking stuff, and it is just so messy that I have shoved it to like one little corner of the earth that I don't look at. And we're gonna change that because I really want to at least be able to write on my desk, okay? I've been on the go so much lately that I totally neglected my desk, and honestly, it's very easy to do. Life gets really hectic and spaces get messy. But now that I'm cleaning it, I'm realizing how important it is to take a second and actually refocus on my priorities. I've honestly let this pile up for way too long, and I'm definitely reminded that I need to slow down and get back to what matters. I think that the biggest part of it is that I love keeping my windows open. So living in like a busy street where there's always cars literally right there, girl, it is not for the weak. You get so much dust inside of your apartment. Like even over here, this shit has so much dust. It's like insane. That also being depressed and like not wanting to clean your space, you know, it adds up. So deal with it. And we tackle it when we can. Sometimes we get so caught up in the hustle that we forget how important it is to check in with our environment and make sure that it's supporting us. Now I feel much more ready to tackle things on my plate with more intention. I'm taking a quick break again, but I wanted to make a protein smoothie because I'm hungry. So I'm gonna do vanilla, raspberry, blueberry, blackberry, chia seed, a bit of peanut butter. We are cheating because peanuts, which I didn't know, are considered part of like the bean family, legumes. So not really supposed to have this, but this is what I have right now. So I also add 1 serving of each of these supplements from Terreia. I take these when I can or when I really feel like I need it. This one's for mood, digestive, and your gut. And Nourish is basically like a full body multivitamin kind of vibe. I break these out of the capsules and then I add it directly onto my almond milk. I also like them with a lot of peanut butter, so this consistency is quite literally perfect. I was gonna take a break while I enjoy my smoothie, but I think that since I'm losing a lot of daylight and the video is gonna get kind of grainy, which is kind of annoying for me. I'm just gonna tackle my next task while I drink this. So I have not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 everyday makeup bags. And that sounds just as ridiculous as it is. And that's not true. I don't wear that much makeup every day, so I don't know why I have 4 makeup bags. I need to look through them. I need to figure out what is going to gravitate towards my bathroom, what's being thrown out, what is being given away, and products that I have to use for current partnerships. So I made 3 different piles. This is going back to my bathroom somehow. This is going in my second makeup bag, and this is going in my first one. I do want to make this to my first one because it does seem like I have 3 more bags to look at, and I still have to pick out some stuff. Pretty much it's like 1 of each thing. I know it might all look the same, but it's literally 1 of each specific thing. So a different like color, different tone, different finish. Okay, this was so much harder than I thought it was gonna be. This from here on out is what I am keeping in my everyday makeup bag. This I'm keeping in my secondary makeup bag. That's all going back to the bathroom. That was a lot of shit that was on this little tiny area of my desk, so that's kind of ridiculous. I'm glad that I kind of condensed it. Obviously I know that I have to clean everything, and I might do that a little bit later in the week because I definitely have to clean my brushes, and I definitely want to go ahead and like sanitize each and everything and, you know, spray alcohol on them. So don't come for me, please. I am on a roll today. I love it. I do agree this is kind of like a lot. As long as it can fit in this bag and it's not like overflowing and I can't like not close it, then I think I will be good. And there you have it. Cleaning the space today is just another way to clear out the clutter physically and mentally. It's way too easy to get caught up in life, and before you know it, your space honestly reflects that. It's not just about making things look nice, it's about tailoring my environment to help me feel more focused, calm, and ready for what's next. If you're feeling overwhelmed, definitely start small. Tackle one small space at a time. Focus on clearing off surfaces, organizing things, wiping down areas that you see every day. Take a moment, breathe, and let your space help you reset. Before I wrap up, I just wanted to say how grateful I am for the community we've built here. It feels so good to be back on YouTube and sharing my journey with all of you again. Your support means the world to me, and I'm so excited to keep growing and experiencing life together. Thank you so much for watching and being a part of this. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'd love for you to join me as we keep pushing through the new year.